Cherish, you are welcome again to Hidden Truth. The topic of discussion today is religious faith and the mindset. Religious faith and the mindset. As usual, we have our bishop, who is the general overseer of One in Christ Church International, located in the United Kingdom, United States of America, Uganda, and in Ghana. Let's see and go to Bishop to see how we can delve into this discussion for our enlightenment. Bishop, welcome to the show.
Hello, Mr. Thomas.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Bishop, the discussion today is the religious belief and the mindset. I want to angle this faith to Christianity. Why Christianity? Because there have been so many consciences being debated out there that, why should people say they are worshiping God? All riches belong to God, yet some are poor. And some that don't even seem to be worshiping God to the detail, are rather progressing. I want us to delve much into this topic today. What would you have to say when it comes to religious faith and the mindset? What would you have to say to them?
Okay, first of all, I want to thank your viewers. What I would have to say is that it is not the religion.
Okay, it is not a religion.
It is not a religion. It is the mindset.
How?
Yes. Because at the end of the day, it's not a religion that's going to make you poor. It's not a religion that's going to make you what you are. It is the mindset. The religion is only for salvation.
Okay.
And also to lead a better life and to lead a clean life, a godly life.
Okay.
The mindset is what is going to help you advance in your daily activities or in your progress to upliftment. So I think it's all about the mindset.
Okay. Bishop, I want to understand this. There has been this argument that why the people are worshiping God? They go to prayer camps and pray 24 hours a day, yet you don't see any progress in their lives. Other people who seem to be working and only have less time for God are rather progressing. And when you add those people who pray 24 hours a day, they are not progressing. They support the argument by saying that they don't care being physically poor on earth. They know that they are rich in the spirit. How?
Okay. People have different ways of understanding things.
Okay.
You see, when you read the Bible, in the Bible, the story of the talent, the master traveled and gave three different talents. The one who did not use it well and hid it was the one who suffered most. And at the end of the day, when the master came, he took it from that one and gave it to the others. So what the whole meaning of the story is that when you don't use well what God has given you, even the little you have will be taken away from you. When people say that, at the end of the day, they believe that their riches are in heaven. Yes, your riches are in heaven, but you have to make a good use of what you have on earth, or how you can create better life for yourself and for others on earth. If you don't have a true meaning, or if you don't put things right properly here, sometimes people who don't work out things properly here, I don't see how they feel that they'll be doing better, somewhere else. The reason I'm saying that is that if God has given you the mind, God has given the strength, the abilities to be able to at least do something to glorify His name, it doesn't always mean that go and sing and worship. No, God has the time for Him to worship. That's why it says that there's time for everything in the Bible. So if you don't make time to do what you have to do, then to make profit for the Lord, and then at the end of the day, also give to Caesar what he says, that right time to worship the Lord, then I don't believe that, I don't believe that you're doing the right thing. I think you must separate your times, the right time to work. That is what is causing Africa, some part of Africa, these problems that we have right now. Because we spend most of our time doing things that we are not supposed to do, relaxing, sleeping, sometimes fasting and praying rather than working to make or to try and build your country, to try and build your nation. And after doing all those fasting, the next thing you do is to try and find a visa to go to another country. You understand what I'm saying? I think we have to, it's not all about the religion, it's all about the mindset.
If it's all about the mindset, now the leaders of churches, the Christian churches, is it that they don't really enlighten the followers who have that mindset that, let me give my 24 hours to the Lord, and whether I progress in physically or I don't care. Is it the leader? Are they teaching the right thing? I don't know.
I will not blame the church leaders. The reason why I will not blame the church leaders is this. sometimes some of them might be thinking that, well, let me do services whenever people have time, because somebody might not be able to come at this time, so they might come at the other time. That is what I think. Some people might also, they might have, there could be a program, 3-day program, meaning that you can come on Friday, somebody can come. But you see, what happens is that some people have just devoted their time that this is what they're going to do. It becomes their indirect job. That I'm talking about the followers. You see, one of the biggest mistakes one can make is not understanding what the Bible is teaching you.
Yeah.
Because whatever you're doing is based on the Bible. So if you don't understand yourself what the Bible is telling you, and you are understanding what somebody is telling you, you might end up making mistakes. And that is the problem.
The Bible even says faith without works is a dead faith.
Yes.
So why can't people, is it that people don't understand that particular scripture or what?
They might not know. You see, some people are just following blindly. Some of the leaders, some are wonderful leaders. I mean, you can't blame the church leaders. Some of the church leaders are great men. They are wonderful men of God, and they are wonderful teachers. But you might also get some few rotten apples who might, at the end of the day, try to capitalize on the weakness of other people so that they can make their own profits or their own whatever. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think it all boils down to the individual people. Because, I mean, you have rich people in churches. Not everybody in the church is poor. You have rich people in churches. You have people who are doing very well in churches. And you have people who have good jobs and go to church at the time that they know they must go to church. So it is all about the individual people and the mindset.
Thank you. Cherry, if you are just new to your set, we are discussing another interesting topic today on hidden truth, religious faith, and the mindset. As usual, we are here with our bishop doing a discussion. Bishop, let me ask you this. Countries that are not mostly drowned in Christianity are progressing. When you come to Africa, not to talk of Ghana, in Ghana, we have about 70% of Christianity just circulating. Yet, when we talk of development, we have nothing to write home about. What is happening?
That's what I'm saying. That it's not the religion. It is the mindset. It's the mindset of the individual. There are also some countries whereby there are Christianities or there are religions. I mean, when you go to Israel, they have the Jewish religion, and they are very religious. When you go to Arabia, they are Muslims. They are very serious in their religion, and they go with time, pray 5 times a day, and they are doing very well. So it is not the religion. It is the mindset of the individual people. It's the mindset of the majority. So if the mindset of the people is not, I mean, the other day I was driving very early in the morning, around 2 o'clock in the morning, and there was this loudspeaker, and this person was, fine. That is, and people were happy with him. Fine, it is okay. But you see, you must understand that when people are sleeping, to try and wake up in the morning to go to work and pay taxes to develop the country, you see, these are chain of events. So if all these things are not corrected, then what happens is that other people will just have a mindset that everything is just the way it is. I mean, you see people just walking by the roadside in broad daylight where people, there are people with gazing people's eyes, and they'll just urinate by the roadside. You understand? They just feel that people think it's normal. So when you start thinking that certain things are normal, and you let it become the norm of your life, then obviously you make mistakes in your life. So it is all about the mindset.
It is all about the mindset.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. In the Old Testament, we understand that manna fell from heaven. Bishop, tell us, is manna falling from heaven in today's dispensation?
Well, I've not seen that manna. I can assure you, if I've been seeing that manna, I will be there right now. Manna doesn't fall from heaven as it did those times. And you must also understand that those times, there was a mission and the reason why the manna fell. And these were real manners because they were on the desert. They were being led personally by God himself.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So there were special things that were done because of the promise of God to be fulfilled. So at that time, those people were in a situation whereby they couldn't plant, they were on the move, and God did that for them at that particular time. And that is different from now. Now we have water, we have everything, you have independence, even now we have electricity and mobile phones. Things are different. So don't expect to get manna right now. And the manna we're talking about is not that manna as it fell from above, but getting free things. Things are not for free these days.
Okay, so it means that at any rate we can follow the religious rules, the faith you believe in. The rules are laid down there. You can follow it, but you have to apply your individual mindset to be able to succeed in it.
You have to apply common sense to survive in this world. Common
Did you
sense.
say common sense?
Yes, common sense, yes.
Is common sense common?
That is why it's not called common sense, because it's not common.
I don't understand. Explain yourself.
No, that is what people call it, common sense. It's supposed to be common, but it's not.
Okay.
You understand? So
Okay.
they say that this is supposed to be common, but you don't have it. That's why it's called common sense. You understand? But it is something that is not very common around. Why? Because even though it's common, but it's not being applied. Therefore, we use that word common sense.
Why do you think it's not being applied?
It's not being applied because some of us don't have the knowledge. Some of us are not willing to learn. Sometimes I'll be having programs with you. And when we try to educate people or discuss, you get messages with insults. You see? Some of these people might not even listen to what me and you and I are talking about. Just the topic alone that they see, they rain insults. You see, the moment you're not ready to investigate, what you do is that you become naive. You just become a failure. Because in everything in this life, you have to investigate. You have to read about it. You have to learn something from it. I mean, even if you are not happy with it, you can listen to it. You don't have to take any fruit from it. One day you might take something out of it.
Bishop, being endowed with a spiritual gift, what do you think will be done to concentrate people on renewing their mindset into knowing that just following the rules of your faith is not enough?
You see, that is something that is very difficult because even in the time of, even with God, that is it. There's a problem because God wants us to do this and do that, but people have their individual mindset. God has given us free will. Based on that, people are doing what they want to do. So you can do your teaching. That is why individual leaders must try and find a way to teach people, so that those people who believe or trust in them, or who listen to them, might take some seed or some seed from them and then plant and grow a very good fruit. But if the individual leaders themselves do not even know or are not willing to know or share, then it becomes very serious and dangerous to the other people or to the followers.
Yes, so I think that the leaders are part of the problem.
Some of the leaders, not the leaders.
Some, yeah.
Some might be part of the problem, but the problem is that even if they are part or not, the individual people must understand. Because I mean, if I'm giving a biblical quote, and what I'm saying is totally different from what is in the Bible, you, the one listening, must be able to ascertain or to know that what I'm doing is wrong, and but people have taken their leaders as gods.
Yeah.
And sometimes their leaders are even more powerful than the book or the Bible that is being read. Yeah. So that is where the problem is. Some of the problem is.
So will you say that depends on maybe the fear the leaders might have injected into the follower that makes them fear the person even more than God?
I don't think some might be fear, some might be excitement from the people. It could be so many. Some could be brainwashing. Because when you look at this story of Guyana tragedy, Jim Jones, I think somewhere in 78, 79 in America, whereby a pastor killed all his church members, about 800 all the whole church members, he killed all of them. He gave them poison. And some of them drank the poison willingly. Some of them were extremely rich. They sold all their properties and they went and bought a place in the forest or in Guyana and started building a whole area. You see, but at the end of the day, when the pastor realized that the authorities were catching up to him, he killed all his members and he killed himself. I don't call that. I call that one man fooling 800 people. That is a very serious thing. It is the mindset of.
Bishop, that reminds me of a reported case of a pastor asking the members to go out to chew grass or something.
Yes, I think that happened in Kenya.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and they ran out of the church and they were chewing grass. You understand? And they were very happy and they chewed grass. Apparently, I heard after that some of them had stomach upset and things like that. But you see, this is what I call foolish mindset. You understand? Yes, because you and I know that grass is not meant for us to eat. Our tongue is not meant for grass. There's even one I saw that the pastor gave a snake to somebody to chew. The person was chewing the tail of the snake and said it tastes like chocolate. There's one that the pastor gave Dettol and then detergent, whereby the church members, I heard the church members that I'm not sure whether it's true or not. But you see, all these things, where has religion come to? how are we taking it? Are we taking it as a joke? Are we taking it as a business? How it is a dangerous situation where we are right now.
It is a dangerous situation where we are now. Tell viewers, we are nearly coming to the end of this special program, but I will not leave Bishop without asking this question. Bishop, your final word. What do you think will be done? Because the way the faith is going now, it looks as if our physical bodies on earth, we don't actually mind it anymore. We think of being so spiritual that we even forgo us being progressing in life. What advice do you have for the people out there?
See, the sad thing is that you're talking about spiritual. Meanwhile, we are not being spiritual, but maybe we think we're being spiritual. And also, this question you're asking doesn't go for all Christians. It goes for some people who have allowed themselves to be fooled. Now, I believe that each and every one of us, God loves. Nobody is better than the other. God loves all of us. Provided you put your things right, you'll be able to elevate to a higher level in life. You'll be able to get somewhere in life. But if you don't use the tool, the mind God gave you, the strength God gave you, if you don't use it, you end up praying 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you end up suffering, because that is what happened in the story of the talent. One thing I can say is that whatever, wherever we have reached, whether we have been fooled, we have been duped, it is not too late. We can start thinking. We can start putting things right. It is just a matter of understanding. You see, people are just confused. People are worried. Some people are worried. But you see, at the end of the day, it is not a losing battle. It is for us to sit down, reassess our mistakes, and carry on. The fact that we are still living, everything is possible. Life always goes on. That is all I would say.
Life is always awesome. This is where we bring the curtains of our special program. You've heard it all. Life is always awesome. Our mindset, we need to have a renewal of it, and then to know that it is more to it than just that. We thank Bishop so much for this wonderful discussion. We'll come your way again with another exciting program, Hidden Truth. Thank you so much for being with us.